Give it a sec. It's always awkward when waiting for just like one person to pop up first to start. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Christine Rogers, and I'm here with the Detroit Promise to go. We're going live again to talk about what's next. What are your options after graduating high school? But also, once again, give you announcements about what's happening with the Detroit Promise and other things that we think you all should know about that will help you go through the college process. So, first, we're going to start off with our announcements. So first, we want to go over that we have group college advising. So for any of you who need help still with the college process, or whether or not that's scholarships, college applications, financial aid, we have group college advising that happens Mondays at 4:45. And is there another day too?
Yeah. So we do Mondays 4:45 to 5:45, Wednesday 12 to 1, Thursday 4:45 to 5:45, and then Friday 4:30 to 5:30.
So you have options, plenty of options for group advising. So if you need help at any point, any point in your steps through going through the college going process, then join. We also want to let you all know about Christina will speak on the DNR webinar that is occurring. You can go ahead.
Hey everyone. So Let's Detroit is an organization that helps high school students and college students in Detroit find internships and volunteer opportunities and also jobs. So on April 14th, we have a webinar with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. So who they are is they are a state department that is funded by our tax dollars as residents here in Michigan. And what they do is they monitor the wildlife in the state, the Great Lakes, the parks like Belle Isle. That's a park that the Michigan Department of Natural Resources does monitor and help take care of. So they will be doing a webinar on different internship opportunities for current college students and recent graduates, and also they can include some volunteer opportunities for high school students. So if you're a person that's interested in the environment and wildlife in the Great Lakes and just different natural resources that can be found in Michigan, you'll definitely want to be there. I can link the information to register right in the comment section. And you can also follow up with us in group advising or send us an email if you would like more information. So that's on April 14th.
We also are still going on with our scholarship on sites. And so that's going to be every Thursday. So if you haven't already signed up for a session, make sure that if you're a Detroit Promise student, that you've already registered for the Detroit Promise, check your email because they're going to be coming to your email. And then if you check our social media, you will see all the schools that are participating in the event. And you have to be a student with a 2.0 GPA or higher.
Okay. And definitely take advantage of that opportunity. This is a event that was put together just for Detroit Promise students. So only Detroit Promise students can attend. We have a variety of different colleges that are there. We just had the first event happen last week, and students have already heard back from schools and about some decisions that they've been accepted or either a scholarship offer. So this is a great opportunity for those of you who want to still explore different college options, but also apply for different scholarships. When you apply to schools, they have things called institutional scholarships. So these are scholarships you don't know that you're eligible for unless you're applying to that school. So definitely make sure you apply to as many schools as possible so you can see what type of scholarships you can get and what financial aid packages can be created for you. The next one, go on to the FAFSA updates.
So we do have a really good FAFSA update. The FAFSA, as you all should know, is a free application for federal student aid. So the Michigan Department of Treasury student department has announced that the state deadline for state funding from the state of Michigan to go to college has been extended to May 1st. Traditionally, it's always been March 1st of every year. That was the state deadline to getting your FAFSA so that you can be eligible for all sources of financial aid from the state of Michigan. However, with the recent outbreak the deadline has been extended to May 1st. So really do your best to get your FAFSA submitted by that time. Me and Kanisha are here as college advisors to help you submit your FAFSA. So if you would like to contact us or let us know in group advising that you would like more help with that, since the FAFSA is more of a sensitive subject, we could definitely schedule one-on-one advising sessions with you in case you and your family need any help with that. So remember, May 1st is the new deadline.
Okay, next, the Michigan Student Aid Financial Aid Nights.
Oh, so the Michigan Student Aid also holds FAFSA nights and financial aid nights. If you follow them on Facebook or other sources of social media like Instagram or Twitter or whatever platforms they have, you can get all this information. So I'll be sure to link that invite into the chat. So what you do is you click on the link because they do want you to make reservations. And you can go in and have people from the Michigan Department of Treasury help you with your FAFSA, ask them any questions and any financial aid help that you need.
Great. Okay, so the next thing that I want to share with y'all, and I'll share my screen. Is that DCAN senior admitted days are occurring. So these are for students who have been admitted to the colleges on this list. So Grand Valley State University, Oakland University, Wayne State University, Henry Ford, Schoolcraft, Wayne County Community College, and Oakland Community College. And if you have been admitted into those schools, this will be a day where you are celebrated, where they're celebrating your admission and where you will be able to hear next steps on how to fully enroll on your campus. So this is an event that is occurring at different days. So you will have to go to DCAN's website and you can register here. And I'll drop that link in the chat. And you can register here, and that's the senior admitted days. And the next thing is the Detroit College Ambassadors are having their Spring Bazaar event. So it's a final de-stress festival. So basically, so it's an event that's centered around de-stressing after finals. So they will have food trucks, DJs, game trucks, vendors, some performances, and more activities going on. This will be April 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. and it's free to RSVP. And we'll drop a link in the chat for more information. And those are our announcements for today. And if you have any questions about our announcements, please drop a comment in the chat. Oh, and also we just want to make an announcement about the commitment form. I always forgot. That's very important. We want to let you all know that we apologize that there has been an error in our commitment form. So we did have to pause on the release of that form, but it will be out soon. So please stay patient. For those of you who might be worried, as long as you meet the requirements, you will get the Detroit Promise. If you are accepted into your school and you meet the Detroit Promise requirements, you'll get the Detroit Promise. There's nothing to worry about. It's not a matter of whether or not you still need to be told necessarily to have the scholarship. If you lived in Detroit for 4 years, attended a high school in Detroit for 4 years, you have that 3.0 GPA, and you meet the SAT score requirement for the school that you have applied to and where you plan to use the Detroit Promise, then you will get the Detroit Promise. The same thing with the 2-year. If you're accepted into that school, you have that college ID and you can fill out that commitment form, and you lived in Detroit your junior and senior year and went to a high school in Detroit your junior and senior year, then you will get the Detroit Promise. I know a lot of you are worried about whether or not you will get it and this form being essential to you receiving it, which it is, but still continue to complete those other steps. There's nothing to worry about. You will have the Detroit Promise if you are admitted into your school and you get that college ID. When the form rolls out, if you have all those things ready, then you should just be able to sign it that day. Literally takes less than 5 minutes and submit the form. So nothing to worry about. Please just be patient with us and everything will be okay. And if you have any questions in the meantime, if you have not applied to the school where you want to use the Detroit Promise yet, then please do so. And that leads me into our topic, and what we're talking about is the fact that you still have options. There are still options for you in terms of what schools you can apply to, what career paths you can explore, whether or not you want to go to a community college, a 4-year, or explore trade schools. There are options still available. It's not too late, but you do need to get started now for the seniors on the line. And if there aren't any seniors on the line, maybe some underclassmen, still important for you to start exploring what options you have. And for parents, it's important for you to know what options are available to your students, so then you can convey that message. You can stress, what things are going on, what opportunities they should be exploring. So now we're going to go into the topic at hand, and Christina will get us started with talking about what options are still available for 4-year students. What should you still be doing right now if that's the pathway that you want to explore?
So if you are a student that wants to graduate high school and go straight to a 4-year university, you still have plenty of options and time to do that. So the truth is that many schools have what we call rolling admissions, and that means that you can apply at any point in the year and get accepted into that college or university. So what you really need to do at this point, if you are a student that plans to start at a 4-year university in the fall of 2021, is that you really need to sit down and reflect on what school you would like to attend. Don't even think about it in the context of the Detroit Promise. Just really think about what school you want to go to, and also what you want to learn while you are there. If you are a person that wants to become a nurse in the future, then maybe you should strongly consider Saginaw Valley State University. They have a great nursing program. Um, just things like that you should really be thinking about. This is just really a time of being introspective at this point, because no one else can make these options for you. I mean, can make these decisions for you. So really just decide which 4-year university you would like to attend. And if you have not applied to that school, then just apply as soon as possible, because with the FAFSA deadline being extended to May 1st, I'm pretty sure that admissions offices are being more lenient with their acceptance deadlines also at this point. So that's the second step. So let's figure out at least 3 schools you would like to apply to. Don't overwhelm yourself applying to every 4-year university in the state of Michigan. Choose your top 3 schools, apply to them as soon as possible. And if you have not already submitted your FAFSA, start working on it now since you have more time. That's a great thing. You have the rest of the month of April. It's only the 5th today. And the fourth thing that you would want to do is to keep doing your best in your high school classes. Don't stop going to school at this point, because if you fail a significant amount of your classes at the end of your senior year, then for your colleges, universities, they will do something called rescinding your admissions. And that means telling you you cannot come here in the fall because you failed every class your senior year except for 1 or 2 courses. Those are the things that you should really be aware of at this point if you are a student that wants to go down the 4-year path, and it is currently April at this point. So, first thing, make a list of 3 schools you would like to apply to them, work on your FAFSA, and keep your grades decent.
You're muted.
It always happens. So Kanisha will be
Here I
talking
am.
about what options are available for 2-year students and students who want to maybe pursue a skilled trade.
So if you're thinking about the 2-year route, so that's going to be possibly a community college or a trade school, it's going to be the same process. You're going to still have to apply to those schools. A lot of community colleges are work on the rolling admissions that Christina was talking about. So no matter what time in the year that you apply to, you can still apply. You can apply for different semesters or quarters, depending on how the community college works. So maybe you want to take a little gap and start classes in the winter. You can do that. Community colleges have a little bit more flexibility than the 4-year schools, so that could be an option if you're really looking like you don't want to start exactly right away, but you still want to get into school. Also, the 2-year option is good. if you're looking to do an associate's degree and then you want to transfer over. So there are different options. You can finish your associate's degree and then transfer to a 4-year school, or you can work on your MTA, which is the Michigan Transfer Agreement. And that's pretty much getting all of your basic classes out of the way and then transferring to that 4-year school. You do save a lot of money that way, so that's why some students choose that option. Or you could look into the certificate. And so that is really when you're looking into the skilled trades. So those certificates are going to be very specific based credentials. So maybe you want to go into like an electrician program, or you really want to do something that's focused. So that's why you do certificate programs. And those can go from a few months to a year. It really depends on what the certificate is. So when we're looking at those skilled trades, maybe you've heard of like the certified nursing assistants. Those are CNA programs. So if you want to get into the nursing, but you want to maybe you want to just start working right out of high school, those credentials are very important to have, because you can still have meaningful jobs while you're working towards your degree or whatever path that you want to do. Also, IT is a really big program that students get certificates or associate's degrees in. And so we have a website up right now. It's the michigantalent.org. And so you can really do your research on these websites. If maybe you don't want to go to school for 4 years, but you aren't really sure what you want to do. You want to explore different options. Look into the skilled trades. There are so many. Sometimes we can't talk about them all because there are just so many different paths that you can go in. So now is the time to start doing your research and figuring out what type of options are out there. Some people look at, you think if you go to college, you have to be a doctor or a lawyer, but there are so many jobs in between and around. So just make sure that you're doing your research and knowing that there are so many jobs out here. And a lot of times in the skilled trades, they don't have enough people to fill these jobs. So sometimes as soon as you get that certificate, you have an automatic job waiting for you. So those skilled trades are very important. And so when looking at skilled trades, you can do trade schools, which are, schools like maybe Dorsey, other trade schools in the area. Or you can go to a community college, and they have some of the same options that those specific trade schools have. So just make sure that you're doing your due diligence when looking. A lot of community colleges can be cheaper because it could be your local school. So just know that community colleges offer a lot of those skilled trade certificates and associate degrees. You're muted again.
So that was just a general overview of some options that you all have. So you heard Christina talk about the 4-year options, and Kanisha talk about the 2-year in skilled trade. And this is just all to let you know that there are different ways to explore what pathways you're interested in. And it's also important for students who want to just work to still explore how you can maybe get some type of certificate, get some type of skill that can enhance whatever career field that you want to go into. Whether it's not you want to just go into customer service, there are certificates that you can get that can add to your resume to help you advance more even within certain, career fields. So it doesn't always have to be something very technical or something that requires you to, get really, really academic per se, but to build on certain life skills or, build, even their certificates about, how to be a better counselor or a better mentor, things like that. Like those are skills that you can build on to add to your resume and that you can take with you no matter what job you are interested in. So a lot of this is just about being intentional. What are you interested in? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to see yourself? And what are those pieces in between that you need to do to help you get there? And exploring these different pathways are the ways that you can be intentional about what you want to do in the future. So even for the students who want to just go out into career field, maybe you don't even want to get a certificate, there's still options available for you too. And it's really going to be about how do you take what you already have done in high school, things you have done in your community, and really capitalize on those things and bring them out in your resume or in cover letters or when you're doing an interview. So some things that you can use to help you do that is a program called Get School. So if you go through Get School, and I'll put that website up on there. If you go to Get School, then they can help you, create that resume, find different jobs opportunities, explore certain career interests, and job search, resume help, and explore different careers. So you can submit your resume to them, and they can help you figure that out. Also, with DCAN, if you need help, figuring out what certificate program or what skill trade program can help you get to whatever career path you want to go into, the college advisors can help you start that search, start exploring, at least help you connect to different resources. So whether or not that's helping you figure out what person do you need to contact to ask more questions about, what career field you're interested in or program. Some other programs are GDYT, so Grow Detroit Young Talent, Younger Youth. I keep mixing up that word, but Grow Detroit Young Talent. And it's a program that's dedicated and geared towards Detroit students and helping you all find career paths, gain different skill sets, and add different jobs to your resume that you can use to help you, go on as you explore your career interests. The city of Detroit also has different jobs that students can do, internships. There are also other resume building programs that are available online. Yeah. You all want to add anything to those resources?
I'm not sure where they're going on or if they're going on, but we can always Google it. If now they are doing virtual college fairs and skilled trade fairs at this point, because that's why, before the outbreak, how there used to be field trips to college fairs and things like that. Like, this is why those things were necessary and they were so useful and beneficial for students and communities, because sometimes you just have to see all the options laid out and just go to different tables or sessions that you would like. And also, colleges and universities do open houses. Now, they may be virtual now. Some of them may be in person if they're in small groups. So it's really important to take advantage of those types of opportunities. And also because they're always free. So you can just see what options are out there for free with people that really want you to pursue different things for your growth, different opportunities for you.
So some frequently asked questions that we've gotten or that students typically ask in relationship to, what options do you have for 2-year, 4-year, or skilled trades? And we kind of covered some of these things, but I just want to go over it. If you haven't applied to any colleges, I haven't applied to any colleges, is it too late? We already said this, but I just want to stress it's not too late, even for the students who think they know exactly where they want to go, what they want to do. I still encourage you to explore your options. You still have time to still explore different options, see what opportunities are available. You never know what you might find. So never get too too comfortable. I'm not gonna say don't get too comfortable with your decisions, but definitely don't put all your eggs in one basket. Explore your opportunities, see what's available to you, especially if you do not have all that financial aid available for that school. And I'm just going to keep reiterating that. If you don't have all your financial aid available for the school that you want to attend, continue to explore other schools. There's money out there. There's scholarships out there. Continue to explore your options for paying for your education. And like I said, at any point, if you have questions or if you need help with any of these things, set up a one-on-one appointment so you can really get that one-on-one advising and coaching to help you navigate the college going process or going into, the career field. Mm-hmm. So another frequently asked question that we've been getting is about the on-site, the scholarships on-sites. So if you are interested in doing a scholarship on-site, you need to submit an unofficial transcript, write an essay, or you don't have to write an essay if you already have an essay available that you have written, that you feel like is a quality essay that can speak to who you are and that will be related to the college app. It doesn't have to be related to the college application, but it should be a essay that you would submit to a college that you would want a college admission rep to read. So whether it's not is something about you and your personal life and why maybe your grades are the way they are, or whether or not it's just about what career you're interested in, how education can help you get to whatever pathway that you need to, that you want to explore. Regardless of what the topic is, make sure that it is a well written essay. It's an essay that you want a college rep to read. And that can be the difference between you getting into a college and you not getting into a college, especially for those of you on the lower end of the GPA scale. And that's not to target you or anything like that, but that's to be real about, how you can increase your chances of getting admitted into a university if they can understand maybe why your grades are not as high as they would want for the school that you are applying to. And then also that letter of recommendation, it's optional, but we encourage you to submit a letter of recommendation from someone who can speak positively about you, how you maybe interact with the community, your grades, your character, just a positive letter of recommendation. So this should be somebody that you have a good relationship with, who, especially if you have not gotten a letter of recommendation from someone at this point, someone who will feel comfortable writing that letter of recommendation at the last minute. Because to be honest, at this point, we have to get the stuff done. So it has to be someone who you can go to at the last minute, and they will still have the time to write this letter of recommendation for you. But I really want to stress the importance of going to these scholarship on sites, because it's a great opportunity. You don't, even for the students who have a 3.0 or higher, still go. If you haven't considered these schools before, the schools will be there. You can ask them questions about what programs are available, about what opportunities are available on campus. So definitely take advantage of the scholarship on sites, even if you have made your decision on what school you want to attend.
So another question that we've been getting frequently asked is, students can't find the commitment form when they sign back into their Detroit Promise registration. So currently, it's a system issue. It's a technical thing going on with a platform in which the commitment form is housed. So if you can't sign it, it is okay. Just log out of the system. Please don't get frustrated. You're not doing anything wrong. The Detroit Promise team is currently trying to work out that technical issue. So as soon as it is resolved, you will get another text, just like you got that initial text and email saying that it was available. You will get another one. So we're just please asking for your patience, and we're glad that you're keeping up with things, though, like with your email and your text messages. So keep doing that, and we'll get the situation resolved. You muted.
I would also like to add, for the commitment form and also for the scholarship on site, check your spam. I know for some students, the scholarship on site form was getting sent to your spam or junk mail. So please check your spam or junk mail for any emails from the Detroit Promise, because just sometimes life happens and emails get sent to spam. So before you say you didn't get it, please check there first. And then if you still can't find it or have any questions, email us or join us on live again, and we'll answer your questions. Okay. Any other announcements or token of knowledge before we hop off?
Nothing from me.
Yep, just one more. So we also get the question pretty frequently of when the commitment form is due. So the due date in your mind should be May 1st. And that's because that coincides with decision day, or the day that you all will have to pay your enrollment deposit if you're going to a four-year college or university. That's the day in which you save your seat and make your decision on which college you intend on going to. Now, two-year colleges, community colleges, you don't have to pay enrollment deposits, but there's still, you still have to save your seat in different ways. Like for community colleges, maybe the requirement is that you have to log into your student account or your student email and things like that. So commitment form, try and get it in by May 1st once it does become available, and you will be in good shape.
Great. Thank you for that, Christina. Okay. Any questions about the Detroit Promise, about what options are available after you graduate, how to set up a one-on-one advising meeting? Okay. Well, there's not any questions or comments. We'll see you all next week, Monday. We'll be going live again at 3:30. If you have any questions, email us at Detroit Promise. At info@detroitpromise.com. And thank you all for attending.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.